Okay.
Okay, so do I need to say what I said again, or?
No, you're good.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna allow Anquan, aka P, now to speak and get a brief introduction of who he is and some of his background, and then we'll do the video and open it up for discussion. Any questions that anyone has.
How y'all doing? My name is Anquan McQueen. Like my coworker was saying, the community knows me as P now. I come from the problem, like my coworker, and we just wanted to be part of the solution. Downtown, grew up losing a lot of friends, seeing a lot of friends go to the system, come home. Me personally, I was fortunate enough to never go to prison, but I know it too well. So to get the opportunity to be a part of that change, it was a beautiful thing for me to be a part of this. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet like that. But we're gonna share this video now to show a little more about our program, and then after that, we open it up for anyone who has questions.
The reason I came to Snug was because of the losing of my cousin and also the losing or almost losing of my life. I was deep in the streets doing everything. It was a lot of stress for me. I was up most of the nights just thinking about my next move or what can I do better to get out the situations that I was in. What I appreciate about Justin, he helped me become who I am. He didn't want me to go down the road he went, so he told me his story. He has been a very big influence in my life. And without him, I probably would still be in the streets, dead or in jail.
We understand that gun violence is a public health issue and a disease in the community because it is definitely affecting thousands of people that in that community, directly or indirectly. So part of my responsibilities working as a social worker with SNUG is to address the trauma that community is experiencing, individual and environmental trauma.
What we do at SNUG is we use the public health approach towards violence, which is interrupting the transmission, identifying the highest potential transmitter, and changing the group norms. One of the biggest things we do in the community to help break the cycle of violence is conflict mediations. We meet with groups either separately or together, and we try to get to the root of the problem or what caused this incident to happen.
Good afternoon, community. We had 3 victims and 1 homicide again in this community. This community is again affected by gun violence.
We have several varied responses to violence in the community. Okay, and one of our responses is to have what we call a shooting response. The purpose of the shooting response is to make the immediate community aware of what's going on.
We want to live. These kids want to live. They deserve to live. Ceasefire!
We get a microphone, we get out on the sidewalk, we pass out flyers.
We canvass, we have community events, we have pop-up barbecues. It's about getting in the community and building that relationship with each community, letting them know that someone is here. SNUG utilizes outreach workers who were born in the streets that they serve. They actually may have been part of high-risk groups once upon a time.
It's very important that you be from the community, because when they see you every day, they understand that, wait a minute, they're going through the same thing I'm going through. So they're more inclined to listen to what somebody that they see every day.
Goes to the outreach worker and the team to help the participant build up resiliency, build up courage, build up just knowing that he's important and he does have a gift.
I was hanging out with the wrong crowd, and one thing led to another. The cops ended up stopping. I got hit with a gun charge, and I'm trying to be better, so I had to turn to Snug. Emerald's been a very great support in my life. She helped me get a couple jobs. She gave me advice sometimes whenever I need it. So like if I need to talk and I'm feeling like I'm down and I don't got nobody to talk to and I just need to like let it out, she'll talk to me and give me some good advice.
Consistency goes a long way. Getting them whatever they need, even on our days off. It takes a lot for somebody when they're in the heat of a moment to pick up the phone and call somebody instead of just going to pick up a weapon. When you tell them, all right, you could call me anytime, and when they do, and you keep your word, that goes a long way.
When there's a shooting event, our social worker responds to the hospital along with the outreach team. Our social worker is able to help that family deal with that first impact of trauma that they're feeling when there's a homicide or when there's a shooting.
We offer grief counseling. We offer counseling for family members as well as extended family members and friends of the victim.
We want to make sure that the patient and the families know that we are collaborating, we are whole, we are one. One thing that the SNUG team is really beneficial for is helping to decrease retaliation so that we're not seeing the same victims coming in and rotating in constantly.
We have so many hands, reaching out to the community in different ways, because even if we cannot immediately fix your problem, there's other organizations that we have a hand in that could help you with your situation.
I thank God for SNUG. It's been a rocky road, but I'm glad I got a second chance. I'm proud of myself for what I overcame and what I accomplished in life. Holding down a job. I've been at this job.
Doing that, yes, bro. That makes me so proud that you had the job. Holding the job now. You've been doing that now, man.
I'm sorry, mine went out. I don't know what it is, the internet or whatever. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, you are back at this point. Thanks.
All right. Okay, so what I was saying was that now that you got understanding or more of a visual of what it is that we do and the people that we deal with in the community and the partnerships that we have, if anyone, I'm opening up the floor for any discussion. Anybody wants to know any information, got any feedback, any comments, the floor is open to anyone. So again, like I said, if anyone has any questions, any comments, anything they want to share or want to know about what they saw or about our position and what we do, feel free to ask.
Hi, Sean. This is Kathy Edmondson. Could you speak a little about the teen violence that has been going on in Albany lately that a lot of people have been concerned about?
Pertaining to what aspect of violence?
Just in general. It's things that have been going on in the past year or so, on the weekends, after school, after parties, things like that, that have involved a lot of our teens, in ways that maybe we could help the teens help with curbing some of it.
Even when we was children, like my coworker said, Albany always has uptown, downtown beef, a territorial thing. So even when I remember my mother saying, even when she was a kid, uptown and downtown didn't get along. There's a lot of internet beef. A lot of these issues are starting online, and then they actually get to see each other out in the streets. The places where all the kids hang out is going as far as even at the mall. So even on Saturdays, we might be at the mall canvassing because we know uptown be at the mall, we know downtown be at the mall, we know Troy be at the mall. So even on Saturdays, you'll see us at the mall because a lot of incidents be happening at the mall as well.
And a lot of these incidences, like pretty much, some of them could be isolated incidents, between individuals from different sides. This person don't like this person from this side, this person don't like that person from that side. And, with the individuals that we deal with, we have participants. A big part of my job is dealing with individuals, like I said before, that are high risk or at risk. And a lot of the individuals are coming from different sides of Albany. I got individuals on my caseload that are from uptown mainly. Some people have other individuals that are from downtown, and they're beefing. So that's where a lot of the violence come from. These territorial gang violence and individuals who partake in this territorial beef.
What about the you said something about the internet beefs and gaming beefs? I understand that a lot of times some of these fights originate from the kids playing the games. So I know I've had parents ask me, what can parents do, or what should they be looking out for that might help stop something from spilling over from what is that game, Fortnite or whatever game it is the kids are always playing, into the streets?
One thing I feel like we could tell parents, social media says it all. If you go on these kids' pages, instantly you'll know what side they claim. You'll know what they identify as. You go on any one of these kids' social media page, and you might see some people that got killed from Uptown, and you'll know, all right, this kid associates with Uptown. In their bio, you might see a whole bunch of people that died from downtown, so we would know, all right, this kid he's identifying as a downtown affiliate. And a lot of them, it's a disrespect thing. They want to talk about each other's what they call dead homies. So somebody from downtown that got killed, somebody from uptown might talk about it, in a joking manner or a disrespectful manner. They want to say they smoking on the dead homies that their ops, things of that nature.
Or two. And that's like we witnessed an incident where an individual allegedly killed another individual over a game, since we're speaking about games, and how that created to someone a disagreement over a game, allegedly created a situation where someone ended up losing their life over just playing a game. It's about really monetizing and monitoring what their kids are doing. A lot of times, we deal with individuals that their parents don't have enough time to be as active as they want to be, as monitoring them and seeing what they're doing, because they're trying to support a family, support other individuals that are in their households, taking care of other kids. So a lot of these individuals that are on the streets too are out there just doing what they want to do and looking for acceptance. They leave home but we have individuals that the parents don't know exactly what their kid is doing. They're out there and what they display themselves as we all did when we were young. We displayed ourselves as one way in the household, and then outside we're doing a whole totally different thing. So it's shocking to see what this kid is doing when he's not even raised that way, to be out there and engaging in things that they're engaging in, you know. But I just try to say as much as you can to monitorize what your kid is doing. Be active in your kid life, in these children life. We need, we're trying to get more programs and stuff for these kids to be a part of, create more events for them. What we do community events. We also do participant events where we try to show kids something different from the norm that they're used to. Most of these kids only know the block. Most of these individuals only know the the area that they live in. Taking them outside of their norm, showing them different things, creating. If you want to take them out of the streets and being in these gangs and interacting with certain individuals and or not being in the streets, we have to put things in place for them that they see that is beneficial for them as well. Trying to create other avenues that they can prosper in and show them that there's life outside of doing the things that they're doing. Yeah. Any other questions?
Are there any events that are coming up now that you'd like to share with this group that people may be aware of that, we can share out there with our kids in our community?
We're actually planning our community toy drive and Toys for Tots, where we hand out toys to people in the community. We also trying to plan a community event for this holiday. We're gonna have a flyer that we will be that we can send to you, and also you can also follow our page, the 518 Snug page on Facebook. It shows everything that we're involved in and things that we got coming up. And the biggest thing right now is just our Christmas event where we'll be giving out toys to the community, to the communities and the kids in the community.
What age level do you see mostly with this violence happening? Your mic went blank again.
14 to 25, we usually see that statistically say that this is the age link that individuals are starting to understand which route they're going to go. They're getting ready to go into high school, and they're hanging more on the streets. So these are the age length that most of the violence are, that statistics say that are creating the violence in the communities between the ages of 14 and 25. The people that are on my caseload that I deal with are between the ages of 14 and 25. Yes, we deal with older individuals as well, because we deal with a lot of individuals that are coming home from prison with dealing with reentry, and some of them are older individuals. They may not be on my caseload, but they are also individuals that we help to get housing or jobs, outside of employment, any programs that they may need, trades. But to answer your question, 14 to 25.
Okay. Somebody has their hand up. XY Jackson.
Good evening. I'm Yasmin Jackson. It does say Zai Jackson. I'm sorry for that. I am the case manager from 518 Snug. I just wanted to let you guys know they didn't know the date because we just solidified it probably like an hour ago. But it's the 17th, December 17th. We'll be partnering up with Albany Recreation and having that at the Arbor Hill Community Center for the youth. We'll be doing a gift giveaway. So I am here, Kathy. It's just underneath of Zai Jackson.
Uh, if I can ask Kathy, you are one of the officials in the school district, am I right?
Yes, I'm the community engagement coordinator for the city school district. I also work in the
And
communications office.
I'm familiar with you. We can see each other on many different events. Um, some of the, so some with the work and the individuals that you deal with, what have you seen when it comes to the the violence in the school district?
Well, a lot of the fights, they start after school. The kids go down to that corner on Quail Street, and there's been a lot of fights down there, I've noticed. So I don't know if it brews in school or it brewed at home or it brewed on the game, but it usually gets physical outside after school. That's where I've seen a lot of confrontation and fights.
And a big, and that's where we come into play as well when we do safe passage. So safe passage is where we come to the school. So a lot of times we're walking the halls. You might see some of us and walking the halls during the school hours or after school at dismissal, making sure that those individuals that you speak of that are leaving the premises are leaving without getting any incidents. A lot of times they are meeting up at Quell. They're meeting up at the bus stop at Quell and Washington Avenue. They're meeting up at Central Avenue and Quell Street. And a lot of the fights, a lot of things that are happening inside does rule out to the outside. And one person that can tell you a little bit more because he works in the school district and it is my coworker because he's in Albany High School. But we also go to other schools as like TCCE. We go. We were going to when it was Edmund O'Neill. We're doing the same thing, doing this. Safe passage. I'm sorry, doing the safe passage to make sure that these violent incidents don't occur as often as they should. But it's a tough battle. But I'm gonna let my coworker speak on it because he has just as much knowledge as what's going on in the school as opposed to outside the school as well.
That's one thing I forgot to mention. I do work at Albany High School as a hall monitor in the morning time. So whenever there's an incident going on or something brewing, I'll call my coworkers and let them know, hey, at 3:45, 3:30, 3:45, we need to be on Quell in Washington because there's a lot of incidents going on in the school that, might happen, or I might hear someone say it's going to be a fight after school. So whenever something like that happens, I'll notify the team. Everyone look out, meet on Quell in Washington for an incident.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of incidents. Quail in Washington, I don't know what it is about that corner, but there's been a lot of incidents there.
The thing is the bus stops on Partridge, I believe, but sometimes the bus doesn't stop on Partridge. So the only way kids can get on the bus is Quell in Washington. So all the kids just hang out there. Some do get on the bus, but a lot of them, live uptown and they're just there waiting.
And I think it's just a place for congregation. Like I know a few years back, and even when I was in school, people used they were meeting up at McDonald's. McDonald's parking lot was a big meetup for individuals coming home from school until a lot of these, or so like I said, Central and Quell. But a lot of these places now close their doors or lock their doors at between the hours of 3 and 4:30 or 5. So younger individuals, unless you're ordering drive through, you're not able to get in. And even at Mr. Subs over there on Central Avenue in Quell, they started locking their doors because a lot of the kids were congregating in there. There were fights that was happening there. The glasses were getting broken. Places were getting destroyed. So it just switches over to the next meeting spot, but it's always within a 5-block radius of leaving school.
Do you have any suggestions for parents if they're concerned that maybe their son or daughter may be, either getting in these fights or starting the fights or just being a victim? What can parents do?
One thing I feel we all, not just parents, uncles, cousins, aunts, need to be on Quail Street in Washington. We all know it. It be on the news. It be all over social media. That one guy got jumped by a whole bunch of kids, We all know what's going on. We just need more people. I ain't gonna say to care. We just need more people with hands on. We don't need police to come and do their job. We need us to go and do our job. That's my little cousin there that's doing this. That's my little brother there that's doing this. That we might be the people that these kids listen to, because a lot of kids don't listen to their mother and father, but they'll listen to that big brother or that uncle or aunt outside of the household. If we all there and hold them accountable, I think that would make a big difference.
And I agree. As like, we got in the hood, you got a lot of these big bros. Oh, that's the big bro. That's the big bro, and they look up to these big bros. As far as I know, you said parents, and I just saying being more involved and keeping a keen eye on the things that your kids are doing. Not taking, because the most littlest thing of change could be something that something that's happening with them in the streets. But I was taking it back to also with, the individuals that they look up to on the street as far as the big bros. As big bros, I myself work at being a big brother, but it's more so being a big brother that's guiding them in a positive direction, showing them that from my lifestyle, and where I was in my life, and being able to be the change and showing them that the change that they can be. They're gonna relate more to someone that they see go through the same thing that they're going through or went through, and be more understanding to and listen more to that person that's in the street. A lot of times we dealing with individuals now that a lot of the big bros is teaching these kids to do certain stuff. It's always somebody that you may know that's baby in that street that's in the street life that may be able to talk to the younger individual. And I know that's what I try to do myself is deter them from going that route. But as far as whole, we as all, we need to be that community. I know a lot of individuals in the community are scared of the younger individuals nowadays. They don't want to say nothing to them because they fear for what can happen afterwards. You got the disrespectful mouths. You got a lot of these kids talking crazy. They do all this other volatile stuff. So they don't really want to deal with individuals like, listen, I'm rather not even deal with them. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the younger individuals can see that too. And they see that someone doesn't really care, and they just gonna do what they want to do, But we need to bring it back to it always took a community. It always took a village to raise a community, and a lot of times now that community is pretty much broken, and we need to just really get that back. Get that community where Mrs. Such and Such. I know when I was younger, I was be out in the streets doing what I did, but I knew the fear of consequences at home, because I knew my grandmother didn't play that. But I would still do what I did, but I knew Mrs. Such and Such, I'll see that, and I'll straighten up if I was acting up, because I knew that she had the authority to put me in my place or check me on whatever I did. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, we don't really have a lot of that because, sometimes even when Mrs. Such and Such do say something, you have the younger individual that might curse her out, and calling her all types of bees. They don't want to hear that. And then if they do have the opportunity to bring that kid to their parents, and the parents is either saying it as well sometimes. It says, oh, well, why did you scream like my kid? We just need to get back more involved with each other and bring the unity back in the community and bring that village back, and so to speak, and everyone, trying to be more involved and coming together with each other. Because these kids are, they're dying at an alarming rate. We're losing many of them. I'm been to the hospital many different times for an individual either being shot or killed. We got funerals. We go to more funerals than graduations. We have individuals, and it's getting younger. And now we're seeing more of our females be involved in this and getting shot and killed as well. It's just getting ridiculous, and I think we just need to get back to that unity, bringing that love back into our community, where it was okay to talk to our kids, and we had to say so, and we had the involvement of everyone, whether it's school officials, whether it's the neighbor, whether it's the crossing guard. Everybody was out there and was able to be a part and help raising a young kid and pushing them through the, helping them see to do well and keeping them in line.
Yeah.
I think another problem is kids that's under 18, they're getting gun charges and they're coming right home. So kids that idolize them and look up to them look at that as being the good thing to do, the cool thing to do. You know, it's kids out here that has multiple gun charges and still out here like nothing ever happened. So that doesn't teach their peers accountability. I think that's a major problem right now.
You said they get these gun charges and come right back out. So if what age, if you're charged with a gun charge, do you get right back out? You don't do time?
Anything under 18.
Oh.
I see too. Miss Chapel, how you? Good evening.
Good evening.
A question, I thought I saw your hand raised.
No, it was an accident.
Oh, okay.
Anyone else have a question?
No. Okay, well then, thank you so much, Sean and Anquan. This was very interesting. Someone had left me. This will be recorded and put on the Parent University page on the district website if anybody wants to view it later. Also, if Sean and Anquan could give me your information, we could put that on there. So if people have questions in the future, any questions in the future about SNUG or the work that you do or events that are coming up, we can share that also.
So again, I'm Sean Cooks, and my outreach worker for the 518 SNUG, where I have an email that you can contact me by, which is s.cooks@ta-org.
We'll put it in the chat.
And we're going to put our information in the chat. And we also are located at 341 Clinton Avenue. If anyone's locally in the neighborhood and, want to stop by our office, it's 341 Clinton Avenue on the corner of Henry Johnson Boulevard and Clinton Avenue. But we also have a second office, which is downtown at 56 Morton Avenue. And that's right across the street from Lincoln Square, 3 Lincoln Square to be exact. So, but like I said, we're gonna put our emails and stuff in the chat. So if anyone, and contact information, if anyone wants to get in contact with us or stop by the office. We thank you guys for listening to us. We thank you guys for hearing our story and hearing about our program, and hope that we can help you if you need any help, and hope that we'll see you in the community soon.
Thank you very much. And thank you everybody who joined in. Thank you for everybody who joined in. And we do have these meetings every month, and you can find the information about them on our Parent University page on our City School District of Albany website. And everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you.